Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Jaguars will boot it away to start the game. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Daniels.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
Here comes the offense on second down. On the ground with the counter. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Run in the red zone. It's Smith. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Single back formation, and they give it to him. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running back searching for a hole. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Lopez wants to fire. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Line is set on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Oh, it's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Feeling some heat. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. He'll keep it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, and it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys and understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
It's a draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's third and more manageable as opposed to third and long. You can tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The give is to Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Mustangs are flying down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the move, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Touchdown, SMU! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
They'll run the screen, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. we like that matchup in space. And so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, 3rd and short on their own side of the field. They try to run and get it, but just not physical enough up front. Now it sets up 4th down.
The Jaguars will call on their punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Smith takes the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Going up top on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move.
You know, and I think they were a nickel package right there, and I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now is that guy covering, but you can also blitz with him. He can chase down the quarterback and force 4th downs. I love when they bring in the nickel package.
The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Lopez to pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Catch in the middle, it's Maryland. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. They get him down after he makes the catch. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. The give is to Smith. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Mustangs have this offense rolling. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Samuel. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Lopez wants to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still running at the 40. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? Third down, kind of manageable situation, not too far, not too short, where maybe I can throw the football, but I sneak that draw and their defense said, no, sir, I'm ready for that, and stuffs them on the third down.
The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Pulls it and fires to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, SMU! What a grab and go for the score.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. These guys have taken some body blow. The expressway is wide open. Past the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To the air, it's Jennings. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
2nd down coming up. after the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate play.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hudson.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Maryland. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Extending the play. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Lopez to pass. Fires to the middle. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
And the Jaguars line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fair catch called for and made. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
And it's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He'll start this drive firing. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quick release by the QB. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Jaguars will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Bailey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Quarterback gets the first down. Smashes through the tackle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
The Mustangs are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets the give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. They go to the draw. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got a man, it's Bailey. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Good right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Quick strike complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll try the left side. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Lopez wants to fire. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to run for it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Mustangs are marching down the field. They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Grab behind the line. It's Hudson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. To throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Smith takes the handoff. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it! Touchdown, Mustangs! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll go back to the air on second down. This time he's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes down. So you could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Offense gets set for second down. Lopez to pass. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And the Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
To the air on first down. Got his man down the middle. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They're going to throw it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It's first down from the 11. He's going to pass. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Alabama!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Wants to throw on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game day.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
He caught it. Touchdown, SMU. And the pummeling has started.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. To kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Lopez wants to fire. Coming after it. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They believe they can run right here. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.